Good call. Well, you know, sometimes I swear you're about as good as Monty when it comes down to predicting these maps. You know, it seems like he just always knows what map is coming up in the Overwatch League. His prediction skills are incredible.
I know, like in Overwatch League, sometimes it can be tough to remember what maps were set for the particular match, but like Monty doesn't forget.
He just knows every time. That's exactly where those teams want to go. All right, here we go. Bellum going to be on the attack. Nice, sorry. He's going to be on the Diva and be over onto that Zarya. They push forward with Happy, backing him up as a Widow.
Yep, you can get a good flanking position on the Widow here when the tanks draw the attention away onto the point. No Roadhog for RunAway here on the defense, just the standard Junkrat, Hanzo, Orisa defense here. So not reinventing the wheel this time.
Johnner's in pretty deep. He's gonna start cutting back, takes a bit of damage.
He's like, it's not Envy, I can take him.
Well, his mech is getting weakened. Runs over that pack and now has the pocket coming through from Slime, so we'll be fine. But Bumper is also going to require some medical assistance. So, Twilight for now. He's slowly beaming up with those orbs of harmony. Stitch taking some pot shots here. Oxal's going to be the first one to fall. Got halfway to that Riptire. Twilight low. Has to kite his way out, and that's going to be the first tick coming over to Bellum. RunAway. How do they push their way back through? Envy cuts around the side. He's got 100 energy right now. Johnny finds Happy, but Slime goes down. No reses, and now Bumper falling. This is probably just 0.8 gain for the side of Bellum. With almost 7 minutes on the clock.
Stitch is playing Projectile, which is usually not something that you ever see from this player. And so that's why Summon Su is on this roster. That's why you see him play the Hanzo instead. Hanzo staying, of course, with the Junkrat. He's good at that. But Stitch only just now gets the Dragon Strike, so a very slow build. It's because Widow's so meta here, but he's still with the Hanzo for now.
All right, well, nice out of the back. That Dragon Strike finds Chara, and that can shut down this push. So applying a bit of time. Rio going low. He's going to be charging his way out. Nice. He's able to pistol his way back into a mech. Overall, not going to be too costly. The time bank is obviously massive.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy that RunAway lost it that early, but I don't want to say Stitch is a bad Hanzo player, but, you know, he underperformed a little bit there. Johnny was overextending. Bellum now has this grab surge ready.
Right up to the top, yeah. Can Johnny deny this? Into the wall. That's going to be, speaking of pins, they lock down Johnny, who's trying to stay in the mech. He does manage to survive for now. Now it's up the truck going to be available on a Happy. Able to get rid of that Riptire. So not going to be an impactful one here. Struck comes out. That's going to be Twilight pushing forward. Graviton does come in. Transcendence helping to keep everybody alive, and another Dragon Strike rolls through from Stitch. Not going to find any kills, but it does push them back. As Rio Happy go down. Envy going to get punished. Now Bellum going to have much more limited options after using that Graviton Surge. It's going to take a while for Envy to get another one.
They have a lot of time to work with, but at the same time, that was a pretty haphazard attack. I know the idea there was to try to wait for Twilight to use his Transcendence so that they had the opportunity to get a big wombo combo that follow up the Earth Shatter, but he still used it too early. He knew that Jono didn't have D-Matrix on that moment. That's why he threw it out, but it didn't become impactful. Bumper is going to go for the flank here.
Coming from behind, has that Primal Rage. It's going to be that Earth Shatter rolling in, blocks down multiple members, and so far it's going to be Jono out of the mech, but outside of that, nothing. Hoxall shuts down Rio with a satchel charge, and Stitch gets rid of Chara again.
It's just RunAway's style, man. They're just so scrappy. They fight in the way you least expect it. Bumper comes in late. The combo is almost there. I mean, from the outset, it looks like an amazing fight for Bellum, but Hoxall comes up big with a satchel charge. You see Bumper coming with a Primal Rage late there, and it just all falls apart. Now Hoxall's almost got another Riptire. The thing that's missing here, of course, is Bumper's Primal this time, but can Envy build a grab? That's what they want with this push.
Trying for it, the sound barriers in Chara. Dragon Strike out from Stitch again, but he'll get taken down off the bat. Happy finds the first kill of the fight, and now Jono going to get knocked out of the mech. The hammer swing from Rio is taking him out. Full energy here on this Zarya with the grab ready to roll, but they get Chara on the back end. And Riptire pushes through, fights him by himself, and they take him down. And Vital's is out to grab, but there's no one there.
Yeah, that was
There's no one really here to capitalize on this. When Happy had died, no Dragon Strike able to come of it. Now they don't have the combo.
I'm not entirely sure what's going on in the comms here for Bellum, but I think everyone's really feeling the pressure right now. I mean, there's a lot of nerves here when you're one map loss away from not getting that second place spot. and you're now facing off against RunAway. You've got a great time bank. You feel this adrenaline coursing through you. You have these ultimates. You have a strong comp that's combo-oriented. And I think every time you have a grab, you just feel inclined to use it when there's no D-Matrix nearby. But if you don't call that out to your teammates, no one can capitalize on it, and it ends up being a waste. And these build very quickly with this composition, but we a 5-minute time bank we had after the 6-minute time bank. Now we're at 3.
Bubble down, Bumper gonna pop the primal range.
Shatter
Grouped
again,
up on the side. Do we just see the Dragon Strike toss in? Maybe not, just hold it. Why not? You don't need it. It's just gonna be Bumper coming up with 2 kills.
I think
Marcel pushes forward, gets rid of Envy.
I think it's time to change the comp. This can work on a double cap, and we almost never see people continue to run this on B when they fail with their first ult combo, because there's just so much space for RunAway to avoid the combo, to avoid the shatter, avoid these grab surges, and even, you know, the Dragon Strike if the combo doesn't go off. Now RunAway has, you know, 4 ultimates here to defend. They can just spread out, split here, make sure no one gets caught, and Bellum will build a surge with this, but they need to capitalize on it.
Okay, well that's going to be a big opening frag there as Twilight does get taken down. Slime get the res. Dragon Strike going to be into the side room with a self-destruct. Just toss everything. The kitchen sink going in there. We'll find the 1 kill onto Rio. There's no res here for Bellum, so it's still going to cause them to kite back perhaps. We'll see if they want to stick around.
They don't get anything from the kill into Twilight though, so the next push he's going to have a Transcendence. Unfortunately, they're just not able to capitalize. Really good plays here by RunAway. The grab, he can't use it now. Everyone has to be ready. Everyone's got a group. This grab is everything. If this fails, they have to switch, and if they don't switch, they're not going to get B. I don't think it's ever going to happen. RunAway's just playing too well against this composition right now.
The grab's going to come down. Twilight will have that. Transcendence ready to roll. Repire coming in, looking for a target. They get a little bit of damage in. He's wrapping him around the backside. Dragon Strike used by Stitch. Not going to find a pick, but Rio yet again is going to be the target. He'll go down. Envy not going to get the opportunity to use that Graviton Surge, and Happy has gone ahead and thrown down the Dragon Strike. So the combo, again, is not going to be here.
Dragon Strike for Happy just totally wasted. Now they're switching Rio onto the Winston because they know they have 80 seconds. They don't have time to build another Earth Shadow. They don't have time to waste trying to slowly push their way through, and RunAway is building more ultimate combos than they are. They have such a wide area to operate around. Bumper is just, again, waiting up here on the high ground to jump onto the supports once the tanks come through. Textbook, here he goes.
Yep, comes straight down in on top of the team. That's going to be the Coalescence out from 1J Lee. Keeping everybody sustained. Grab still being held. A Dragon Strike straight up the lane, looking for a pickoff. He barely makes it out of there. Grab comes in, but Twilight denying all of it with that Transcendence as anticipated. Johnny will get popped out of the mech, but Stitch claims the life of his enemy Hanzo. The mirror matchup going his way, then goes up, follows on to Envy, takes him down. Couple pot shots coming through, trying to lock down Chara. Will not be able to kill that Lucio. But suddenly, you know, we started off with 6:47, I think, on the clock. Now we're down to 30 seconds. RunAway have just been holding them at bay time and time again. There's not even a tick on this point.
Know that this comp is not meant to be continually run into this. I don't know why today they decided was the day to just repeatedly try to build a combo. RunAway was just never going to happen. RunAway feels amazing running this comp against that, repeatedly shutting down these combos. Now they've got no ultimates, a comp that needs time to build.
And this is just going to be the Mercy getting killed in the backline. Bumper yet again going aggro, shuts down the push, takes a lot of damage, but he can just go ahead. It's back over to safety, now re-engaging. Comes back, Dragon Strikes here. Onto the high ground, Bumper keeps himself alive, drops down, rejoins with the squad. Everyone focus fires on the Envy, takes him out of the mech. Self-destruct, gonna be thrown down here by Jono onto the high ground. Happy tries to hide around the corner, but Stitch finds him. A Riptire is here, will shut down Nice, and that is gonna be RunAway executing one of the longest and most beautifully played holds on B that I have ever seen.
It's beautiful from RunAway. They played around the comp so well. They avoided those choke points where the combos were going to be strongest, because think about this point, and like most points of B, outside of Anubis really, of Assault, you have a massive wide area to spread out, which makes those Graviton Surge, Shatter pushes so difficult to execute. The reason why we see that combo so much on B is because it often snowballs where you get a cap on A, and then you push to B with the ults you just gained. The time where you see more than one push with this is when you get those ults on A, you get wiped on B, and you're like, well, we have a lot of time. We still have our ultimates. Let's try this again. But you will see 0 teams in Korea. At all levels of play in Korea, you will see 0 teams use Grab, Earth Shatter, the Dragon Strike, and then reset with Zarya, Reinhardt, Hanzo, and attack again. This is like unheard of what Bellum just tried to do. And that means they're not confident playing against Stitch on the Widow and the Widow v Widow, which is more common, or confident running Dive, which they had success on A, actually, on King's Row with. They felt like that was their only way to beat RunAway. And after their first 2 combo attempts failed, 7-minute time bank nearly, as you mentioned, after their first 2 combo attempts failed, any team of any level would have, I think, realized, like, well, this isn't going to work. And yet they ran it for 7 minutes and end up with no ticks. Not a single tick of B with a 7-minute time bank. I don't know what's going on in comms. I don't know what's going on with the communication. The combos were sloppy. They were poorly executed. RunAway played very well against them. I think there's a mental block here from Bellum. It's almost as if they've already conceded the series. You and I ran into them, during the break. They looked pretty heartbroken already. Like, let's see if they can pull off the full hold, because that's their only shot here to win this map and to extend the series.
Well, here we go. It's going to be Goats Comp coming out from RunAway.
Surprise, surprise.
Slime's going to be pushing everyone forward. Speed boost coming through. Slime takes a lot of damage, and nice actually from Pub. Does take him down. Now he can push in. That's a Rip Tire already set. He can just throw it into the side room. He's going to try to kill it. He'll pop it, actually. They're just going to get John out of the mech with the help of Envy. One of the fastest Rip Tires I think I've ever seen. Right away, they're already going for B. And see what we see. We don't even need to take over there, guys. Like, let's just go over there. 33%, we're good.
Yeah.
But, yeah, need to get onto A first. Back cap is actually rolling into the moment. Char's going to get taken down by that Fire Strike. Happy falling low. Twilight trying to get that back cap in. But Bumper and Slime will go down. Hawksult trades up for 1J Lee. Now gets Rio. That's going to be Envy dying. Twilight will fall, but Nice is taken out, and they actually might just be able to get this cap. Push forward from Happy.
To be honest,
straight into the face of Stitch, will get burned down.
To be honest with you, when we saw that shot of Bumper being dead, I thought he was emoting. Like, that's what it feels like in this series, how RunAway is doing. I mean, they didn't even need him. He wasn't even on the point in the first place. Now, look at how this combo can be executed in a proper sense. Bellum is running the exact same comp that RunAway was running, but notice this is the timer uses. If that doesn't work, RunAway is going to switch. This is where they have the massive ult advantage. This is the opportunity to use this comp to get B.
Well, Rally's going to be set.
Slime's dead already.
For the moment, Slime is dead. Nice pick off there from Happy, and Envy swaps over to the Bastion to try to shut them down. Takes a lot of damage into the back line, though. Sprint away, looking for the kill on the Twilight. Nearly finds a Dragon Strike, rolls through. The trap takes down the Moira. RunAway just going to have to wait. Come back.
They have the ult still.
Time.
They use the rally, which is unfortunate. But they're, I think, pretty close to a self-destruct too, if I'm not mistaken, for John. We'll have to see any respawns where that's exactly at. I think it's in the 70s, but okay, 97 actually, so even further ahead than I thought. So this is what I said, you do it once, if it fails, you keep your ultimates, you do it a second time, but once you use your combo, once you switch, let's see if RunAway either wins this map now or switches their comp. Here's the speed boost. They have basically everything you could ever ask for here. The only concern is the Bastion. No defense matrix to eat this, by the way. Here's the grab.
That's just going to be the pin here. It's going to be Jara getting locked up by the Graviton Surge. Coalescence in on the point with the rest of RunAway as they just tick up. And Bellum finally tag in, but everybody's just dying. It'll be a team wipe right at the end. Nice with a sliver of HP. Will survive, and that is going to be the victory coming to RunAway. One more map to be played, but they have guaranteed their second place spot in Group A.
I just feel like Bellum is a better team than what we're seeing tonight. RunAway is making them look like they might not even be a playoff team with how dominant this is becoming. We knew that RunAway were the favorites. It was probably going to be a dominant series, and we've said this 1,000 times already, even in the series itself, but no one could have expected this to be this crushing of a defeat for Bellum. I mean, it just gets worse and worse. I mean, the Kings Row game was already a bit silly. It's going up to championship there. We'll see. But then we go into this map where they have a 7-minute time bank, and then they lose that too, and it just feels like humiliation after humiliation is what Bellum is experiencing. They're already in a bad spot mentally. I can't imagine how they're feeling now. The loss is already upon them. The fourth map will not matter except for prize money, and that's a small amount of prize money compared to obviously your regular season placement in and obviously the playoff spot. But you know, I mean, RunAway just is playing better in every aspect of the game right now. So as we head into our fourth and final map, like, it doesn't matter what happens to RunAway. It doesn't matter if they lose, doesn't matter if they get outclassed here, but can anyone in the world imagine that that will happen now? I don't think so. This entire crowd, we have not a single seat empty, except those 2 seats right there. Somebody went to the bathroom or something. But besides those 2 seats, we have no seats empty. The majority of the fans here are cheering for RunAway. Everyone's cheering against you, it feels like, if you're on Bellum. I think we're probably going to have a fast first series, or we're going to have a fast
it's
fourth
looking
map.
like it. Taking a look at the time here, we've been live for about an hour and 14 minutes for this series. So that is rapid. That is super quick. Apex days, this would be over because it would be just the 3-0 coming in. But one more map to be played. Like you said, it's mostly just going to be for money, for pride, that sort of thing for Bellum. If you want to experiment with crazy stuff like the May, this is where you do it, you know. RunAway, if you want to give Hureg some more playtime, this is where you do it.
Don't do it.
Doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter now. They got the win. They're locked in the 2nd place. They're good to go.
Well, if we're going to go to Junkertown, I think that would be a good opportunity for him to show his Widow potential there, or rather just try to get further Widow experience. Because I feel like his Pharah is still good, but that's not really relevant because Haksal has never subbed out for him. He subbed in for Stitch. His Hanzo is very good, and he actually, and here he is.
There it is.
He's subbed in for Bumper, though.
Oh. Wait, what?
So I don't... I was gonna say, like, the guy just needs to be a good Widow, or like him subbing in for Stitch doesn't make sense, but he's not subbing in for Stitch. He's subbing in for Bumper, which means that
he
might be playing tank. I don't know.
RunAway, like, literally don't have to care anymore about this. So this will be interesting. I want to see where this is going. I am intrigued now. Hureg in for Bumper. Anything else? Any other swaps that we're going to be seeing? Maybe just CCJ for the hell of it?
You know, I would love to see that.
How about Hoon, and then he can play his Zarya? How about that idea? That would be cool.
I don't know, man. All
right.
Let's see how this goes. Like, I'm always excited to see one of the best hit scan players of Apex Season 4, one of the only players who wasn't actually playing in the Overwatch League Finals for London Spitfire. You know, the DPS players we saw, Prophet and Hureg were the main DPSs of that team when they won Apex Season 4. Prophet and Birdring, the ex-Kondu Panthera player, were the DPS duo that won Overwatch League just a few hours ago. Hureg's here now. Feels like, you know, it's got to feel rough, you know. He didn't get to play for his squad that he started on in Overwatch League. He was cut from the squad and came back to Korea. Now he's playing on Korea's most famous team, but he's unfortunately ridiculed by most when he is in the booth. So feels bad, man, if you're Hureg right now. So now he's being subbed in as a tank. So I don't know where his mentality's at right now, but let's see how he does. Maybe we're seeing some sort of triple DPS solo tank on this map. I mean, that's a possibility. I doubt it, but...
what is even the map, like, as well? Because I don't think that will tell us anything either, to be fair. But now I'm just curious.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
Because if we know what the map is, we could try.
I mean, last time Hureg was played,
the plan.
Last time he was played on Escort was against Panthera on Dorado, I believe.
Yes.
So
and it
maybe
didn't
Dorado
go well.
again.
Maybe. I don't know. For now, we'll get some highlights as we wait to find out.
Watch how many times. Look at this timing. 1 minute's gone. Combo attempted, shatter, still not good enough. They're just not efficient here. Haksal blows them up. Now 4 minutes are left. Again, shut down by Riptire. 3 minutes are left. They're still trying it. And they get shut down here again. This is the Dragon Strike that stops them from coming in. 2 minutes are left. Another combo totally shut down. What's the next one? 1 minute, 45. Another combo shut down. And after this, they switch the comp, but it's too late.
I mean, so I'm actually going to nitpick your wording because there never was a combo. They had the utility.
The approach
to
for the
do
combo,
it.
I guess, is what I was trying to say.
They had the Dragon Strike, but they literally never used them together.
Yeah, they couldn't because RunAway stopped them.
And even if they did, it would have just been a Transcendence anyway. But they never just said, like, okay, like, wait, don't use that. I have this available in, like, 10 seconds. They were just, like, trading off, like, okay, now you can do a grab now. I'll do a Dragon Strike.
It was bad coordination, but it was also really good plays by RunAway with their ultimates to stop those setups from happening, the Dragon Strikes and the Riptires in particular. So, yeah, you're not reading this wrong. Hureg, Haksal, they are in the booth. with Stitch on the left. He is there, so triple DPS right next to each other, the three of them sitting there. This will be the first time Bumper has been subbed out in a long time, set on the bench. Since Tizzy left to join London, of course, now into Contenders squad in NA. You know, it's been a while. Gibraltar will be the map, so maybe we're going to see some Doomfist, Widow, Tracer shenanigans. Who knows? I certainly don't have the answer for you guys yet, but we're going to find out in just a moment. Maybe he's just going to play Winston. Maybe he's just going to play Reinhardt and Orisa. Maybe they just said, look, your accuracy just isn't up to par right now. We'd like you to switch roles. Maybe he's going to become a great tank player. Didn't go so well for Jaehong, but hey, like, I mean,
we're going to put you on Winston from now on, or Reinhardt, because
you don't have to aim.
Nothing that you have to aim with, so just play those. Just point in the general vicinity and hold down the mouse button.
I feel bad for how much shade we throw at Ureg, but fortunately he just hasn't deserved praise this season. You can, if you want to be happy about Ureg, if you want to remember the good times, go watch the Apex Season 4 playoffs and finals where he was a god.
I mean,
but this was not his time.
At this point, it's all just about the memes for me, you know. I'm poking fun just to poke fun.
Well, much to the despair of the RunAway fans, he is on the Widow to start things off.
Well, we'll see. Maybe it's going to be great.
It's triple DPS.
Twilight is going to be on the D.Va.
Yeah. So this is just like RunAway Season 3. I want to see Hawksall Lucio again, please. It's going to be straight dive Widow for Bellum. And this is just further humiliation. I think if you lose to this, you're feeling real bad.
Well, it's going to be nice dying at the start as Hawksall is over onto that staple pick of the Genji. And you know, you talk about Apex and Hureg and all that. Today's apparently the anniversary, the 1-year anniversary of the Season 3 finals.
Season 3, yeah. Hureg was not relevant in that season. He was a Royal Roader right afterwards, but yeah.
Kongu Panthera got shut down by Lunatic Eye in what was effectively a 9-map final.
It's crazy to me that Birdring won his first title tonight. That's for such an iconic player. But here comes the dive. Let's see if RunAway can defend this. Rio's stunned.
Yeah, he gets locked up, but will be able to stay alive. Chara is here with the pocket. Sustained. And it's just going to be spray and pray effectively from the side of RunAway. Just spamming out. There you go, drops down. He's bringing up the card at the moment. Getting right up into space. Happy to find the shot on the slime. Open things up nicely for Bellum. And now jump back over the side. It's going to be the drop down self-destruct coming through from Twilight. Takes it back into the mech. Going to be fine. Nice on the sidelines.
He's holding this wave for the right moment.
Yeah, draws this one out. I think the shield bash might have already been used. Stitch finds the hit there onto Rio. He'll follow up. It's Janu as well as that Brigitte. J Lee traded out as Hawksall has his own blade. Dips to the side, dodges the headshot, comes back in, kills Happy. J Lee going to be rest, however, takes a lot of damage with the pocket coming through from the Mercy. Will help keep him alive, but Janu's returned. He's got the barrier set up, and right now they have control over the card.
Uh-oh.
Shot comes through, self-destruct into the corner, not going to find a pick. MP makes it back into the mech. Rally comes out from Stitch. Recharger going to be eliminated, as is Hawksall. Hureg cuts his way into the back for that shot onto Happy.
It's nice.
Takes him down, and we find Stitch. Rio used the primal range. Looking for the hit, point blank, gets the shot onto Envy, but will not be able to take him out.
No one's on the point.
Slime going to be going down. Yeah, I mean, the cart could have rolled in a while ago, so a little bit of a waste of time, but still going to be 4 minutes for the hangar phase, so Bellum in a strong position, all the same.
So what we're seeing here is Twilight D.Va, and then just standard Genji Widow mirror here with Stitch playing the Brigitte instead of Twilight. So it's still a solo support comp, like on paper, if you don't call it Brigitte support in this case, because usually it's the DPS that plays in this situation. So anyways, just flexing players into different roles. Nothing to see here. Move along.
Oh, Hureg fights two.
Nice.
It's going to be nice to Chara going down. Can he get another one? Nope. Happy's going to take his head off. But
you got too excited for him.
It was a good run. Want to see the KT roster of Overwatch right now?
No. But it feels like a similar situation with your excitement level and then what happened right afterwards. Happy has.
I'm a play-by-play caster, Wolf. I see two Widow picks in the kill feed. I have to lose my mind.
All right. Well, I mean, Let's see if he can get more. They do get line of sight advantage back here. Hoxell's looking to threaten Happy directly.
Self-destruct. Bubble comes down instantly. He's going to be denying the explosion. Hoxell with the Dragon Blade goes from the back. Gets a nice deflection in. Chases down, tries to cut Happy off, but he loops around, doubles back. Takes out Hoxell. He's still on the chase. It's a bit of damage in. Poison Trap laid down. Hoxell will give up on that one. Chara will get taken out by Stitch.
Very aggressive positioning here for RunAway, just chasing Metabellum out here, making it tough to contest. Hoxell could go for a dash reset. Okay, doesn't actually have enough damage there to make it happen. Didn't hit the headshots with those left clicks, but it was a close call. He could have maybe gotten 2 kills there. But either way, he shoves them back. Happy does not have line of sight. Their gate kept into their attack here to approach through these small choke points. Also, armor is up for RunAway, so it makes it a little more difficult for Happy to even get those picks. They're going to spill through now here, the main gate. Look at Hoxell's positioning. He's looking for a flank onto the supports from behind. No Dragon Blade available, of course.
Self-destruct for NB. Finds Janu. Taking him down, and now it's going to be nice with the blade pulled out. Pops Twilight out of the mech, which is a very strange statement for me to make. Finishes off the Baby Diva, comes back around. Stitch going low, but is getting healed back up. Slime doing his damnedest to keep that Brigida alive, and nice. Gets zapped to death, and Hoxell follows up with that final melee hit to take him down.
Chara tried, man. He had the Valkyrie out, but it wasn't enough to save him. Hoxell's got the Dragon Blade now, and all momentum has shifted completely to RunAway. They've had 2 stops on the approach here through these doorways. There's 4 entrances to this main hangar here for Metabellum. Top left, bottom left, top right, bottom right, as you can see here. So they have to split into 2 groups to get in, but they're being gate kept by the tanks on both sides.
Primal Rage ready to go. Drop down coming through, getting some damage in. We'll go ahead and pop it. Finds both of those supports, but not going to be able to even force that Transcendence out of 1J Lee. He can just hold on to it. Rio, in the meantime, uses his own Primal Range. Janu makes a Poison Trap, drops in, does find that Zenyatta. Pocket is here, Chara keeping him sustained so they can hold on to that ultimate. At the same time, Nice just going to be eliminated. Now it's under a minute remaining as Rio jumps straight into the Shurikens.
This Dragon Blade's going to be tough for Hoxell to execute because of the support ultimates on the side of Metabellum, so he would like to force a Transcendence early. That's why he's playing so far forward right now, just approaching these hangar entrances. He's going to have the armor. If he can force a Transcendence before they can contest the cart, then he can pull the blade right afterwards to kill the supports. They do have to be wary of Nice as well. Armor's going to make it tougher for him to get Dragon Blade kills, but there's no Transcendence. They're not running that hero. Hooray could also kill a support straight up with a headshot. That would be one way to make his Dragon Blade more powerful. But they do get onto the point, so can't get the blade off before then.
Nice with a short hop, getting jumped on. Deflection not going to save him much. As far as that Winston's concerned, that's going to be the stun coming in, but he's still going to be alive here. 30 HP, falls down, and gets pocketed back up. It's going to be a triple kill as Twilight gets eliminated. Deflection and as he tries to answer a shot on a Hurag.
They had to use Transcendence, though. If they can buy time here for Hoxell to pull a blade, it could be huge. Here it comes.
He uses it. That's going to be 1J Lee going down. He's looking for a little bit more. Envy low on the mech, but Rio chases forward, finishes off Hoxell, but now the Winston is so low that he can't push back over to the cart. Has to wait for the healing. It's going to be Chara alone, trying to keep everybody up. Self-destruct in, cut around into the stairwell. Rio keeps himself alive. Twilight takes Envy out of that mech. Stitch finds the final hit there on the Baby Diva. Stitch nearly with a rally. Armor pack going forward. Rally getting beat popped. Hurag will die. Happy wins that Widow battle. But they're just draining down the clock. Stun in onto Rio. He will die. Hoxell with a swap over to the Doomfist. Gets the final 2 kills. They hold off right in front of B. Yet again, King's Row all over.
And Slime just proves he's the best Mercy in Korea once again. Stays alive. And the thing about it is, before that fight, he had the rally. He had the armor. In that last fight, rally was used a second time. He had full armor still from the last rally because his positioning is so damn good that no one can touch him, no one can eliminate his armor. He lives, keeps everybody healed up. The Transcendence was what allowed Nice to get the Dragon Blade off in the first place. As you guys saw, he was stunned immediately after the blade was pulled, but was kept alive there by 1J Lee. Not a mistake by 1J Lee, but it was a necessity to keep the Dragon Blade going. That meant that they didn't have the Transcendence to deal with Hoxell's blade, which again didn't pop off, but did a significant amount of damage. And the tank line survived through Slime, comes in, has that armor, buys enough time for a second rally to come through for Stitch. And they hold the cart at B, so just a few tenths of percents, or tenths of meters, I should say, away from that completion there, but they do not get it.
And it's just
it's just RunAway. I mean, with non-meta or non-positional picks,
they're flexing on him. You know, what else can he say? And now we might have the triple DPS.
Looks like
Twilight. I mean, it's almost a quad DPS really, because Twilight does so much damage.
He does. I mean, I was being a little bit facetious when I was saying you should treat Roadhog as a DPS, but like, you have to respect his damage. I mean, he really does burst tanks very quickly. As long as you have the coordination to make the Hulk hook combos work so well, which we saw from London in the Overwatch League Grand Finals. I think it was Neptuno and Poco spoke about that in the press conference afterwards, just saying it's so frustrating to play against. And now, you know, this is very powerful because you just kind of turtle on the cart with your tank line, and then you have the potential to pick Happy with your dive. It's not meta, but like RunAway has just destroyed the hearts and spirits of Bellum, and like I have full confidence that they can make this work.
I mean, they're flexing on them right now.
Look at this.
Hello.
Goodbye. I mean, the crowd could speak for us. What a performance here on the Roadhog he has had tonight.
Well, Hoxel does die, so there's at least a reprieve to the side.
Heart's still rolling though. So much sustained damage, so much threat of dive. As Twilight is just like, I'm on your team. Oh wait, no, you're hooked by me.
I'm gonna do it again.
No one is tracking him. Wanjie Lee has no idea.
Okay, he dropped down. Oh, nearly found Happy. Oh, take a breather. Won't be able to stay alive. I'm like just watching him as if I'm watching a streamer right now. I'm just like, oh man, like.
I mean, when you're watching a Widowmaker get chunked down by right clicks from a Roadhog, you know something's gone wrong.
Yeah. Well, Hoxel trying to kite back. Deflection comes down, but stops there. The zaps as well. He will die.
He will have his Dragon Blade for the next push.
Cart gonna be halted for the moment as Rio gets halted back in. Right clicks from the side. Twilight nearly with the whole hog, as you say.
The barrier just has no staying power against a Roadhog as well. It's just like, oh, okay, well, I'll just move that away. I'll shatter that.
This is silly.
Cart's rolling back. They do have a Transcendence to deny Hoxel's Blade, so it's not going to be easy to actually execute this attack.
Spray's coming through. Dragon Strike from Stitch to open things up.
Doesn't force the forward.
Yeah, would have loved to have seen that one forced out. It's definitely going to be his goal here.
Wanjie Lee just won't pull it.
He finds the kill. Hoxel, he'll pull his. But that's going to be, the Transcendence out immediately after. Nice. Oh, we go so low, but he drops straight into the Transcendence and does get healed back up to full. Hoxel spamming away. Wanjie Lee will get taken down, but Stitch is a Supercharger, which is my ska band name, but will get taken out as well.
Well, I mean, this is starting to,
would be a good band name.
It's starting to look like Bellum has stabilized, and RunAway's, you know, goofy Roadhog shenanigans have all but dried up here. As Janu's coming back for the swap as well. Looks like we're going to see standard dive. I think it's going to be the Winston swap. Yeah.
I thought we were going to get Twilight Tracer for a bit.
Well, you know, it would have made sense, but I think this is the better way to play it. Now Twilight's playing his real role. We still have triple DPS, but it's a more standard version. Dragon Strike to open.
Looking for Wanjie Lee. He's basically off by himself. Gets him down to about half HP, but otherwise, he'll be fine. Nice, draws out his Dragon Blade, finds Twilight with the first swipe. For a little bit more. Trying to cut through Janu. He goes so low, but Janu will win it out, stops him to death. Ureg beats Happy in that Widow battle. Chara pushes forward, presses Rio back in. 5 seconds remaining. It's going to be the self-destruct. Looks like the bubble not ready here for Janu, so he can't leap forward and try to pop that one down. Dive in, Hoxel nearly with the Dragon Blade. Gets a lot of hits on the Wanjie Lee. Dashes through, gets Chara, and will take down that Transcendence, that's Zenyatta. He's
prevents the Transcendence because he's only at 75%. By the time he respawns, Hoxel can Dragon Blade him again. I mean, in this map in particular, it does feel like that is his only job. He is the Transcendence spot. He's building it. I mean, the guy's got good left-click accuracy. He builds it faster than most Zenyatta's, but, you know, RunAway's now got a huge time bank to push to B. It's not as big as it could have been, but it's certainly a decent one. Nice has already used his blade, so reset down to 6% here. So now they need to be so careful to keep Wanjie Lee alive until he gets a Transcend, so the supports are forfeit. Or Ureg gets the opening 2 picks.
Yeah, the dive comes down, finds 2 again. Hoxel plays for it, takes that shot. Reflection coming through, Happy, under pressure. Shuriken's flying in, Slime. The Battle Mercy goes in, he takes him out.
Wanjie Lee's gonna get knocked off the map.
Jonathan says goodbye.
I mean, they can
Sends him sailing.
They can use the Dragon Blade now away from the point to force the Transcends to be used early. That's exactly what I think they're going to do here. Huxall's positioned for it.
Comes in, Envy pushes forward. He's by himself. He'll get taken out of the mech immediately. The Blade ready to go. Finish off that baby Diva. Now he'll draw it out, dashes through, gets the kill onto Envy. Now the reset. Happy does manage to eliminate Slime. Barely avoiding Huxall here with that Tracer. Dash around, but Twilight will lock him down. He'll push it in. And that is just going to be the 4-0 for RunAway. Showing up on the day, flexing incredibly here in this fourth and final map. Bumper comes back into the booth, says, good job, guys. I mean, Hurek looks great on the Widow in this matchup. Janu goes over to main tank playing the Winston. We see Twilight on the Diva. Then back over onto the Roadhog for that special little treat at the end. Just
Twilight's got to give the high five. Hold on, John's got to do it. Flower gets everybody's high five. Come on. Summon Sue's like, well, I mean, I popped off on King's Row. Like, I mean.
And, chat, I've watched back the VODs from time to time, especially on RunAway games, so I know what you guys say. You're like, oh, heart, Flower Vin, mom, all that kind of stuff. Go tell your own mom that you love her.
Wow.
No, I'm just saying you should do that. I'm not trying. Sorry, that sounded way more aggressive. That actually was way more aggressive than I meant it to be. I apologize. No, I'm just saying, it's a nice thing to do. Tell your parents you love them.
Well, just to talk about, not to change topics, I do agree it's good to tell your parents that all the time, but I mean, Bellum, I think we have to walk away from this series disappointed in this team. They showed absolutely no signs of life in this series. It was practically a walkover win. They tried some experimentation with the May, for example. They tried to counter RunAway's comps. They tried to continue to run Zarya Reinhardt on Horizon Lunar Colony, just reminding everyone that that is not a viable option against a team that is so good at spreading out and running Junkrat defense comps. Kind of awkward smiles here, as obviously these two teams are pretty close and they've scrimmed together a lot, played against each other a lot. But Bellum, their standings in the power rankings, I think, for playoffs jumped down a lot after tonight's match. And
like they end 7 in the last 2 days. Just plummeted. I mean, 7's not even confirmed for the playoffs yet, but it seems pretty likely. We'll get to that in a minute.
How much they expected their chances to beat RunAway are and how much they prepared for the series, I think even has to be put into question here, because that was just, I mean, it was a stomp that should not have been like that. In fact, I feel like because they underperformed so hard, like this series was, I want to go as far as to say, not interesting. Like it was just a